It's an exciting day for us, announcing the listing of a portion of or announcing the intention to list a portion of the Liberty property portfolio. We wanted to give an opportunity for our customers that are currently invested in the Liberty portfolio to also get access to these same iconic assets in a listed environment. So they've asked for it over a long time, and we believe that the vehicle that we've chosen to facilitate this listing provides customers with the opportunity to either own exposure in the underlying property portfolio that are unlisted, or able to get access to this new exciting Liberty listing that we are doing. The expected or anticipated 10 billion net asset value will come from 6 billion of a portion of the current properties that we have. 3 billion of that comes from policyholders that will switch from their current unlisted exposure into the listed entity. The other 3 billion come from the shareholder investment portfolio in Liberty that already has this exposure and that will invest that into the listed entity. 1 billion we will get from new money from policyholders, that will be new sales that we'll be offering prior to listing. And then the other 3 billion we look at raising from the institutional market just before we list. The shareholders are already invested in the current portfolio, so we already have the exposure. So the current exposure in the unlisted property portfolio, they will switch to the listed entity. The vehicle that we've chosen to facilitate that is a co-ownership structure. So the current Liberty property portfolio will still invest in the same assets that the Liberty REIT will invest in, and these two will in essence sit alongside each other. So both of them will have access to the same underlying portfolio. The difference on the listed REIT side is that obviously in the REIT environment you can introduce some gearing, which we will do so prudently as and when it's the right time. And in the REIT side, we'll be able to introduce some measured exposure to Africa that we don't have in the Liberty property portfolio. But the current customers in the property portfolio will still have the same access that they have today, and they will still get the same returns, and they will also get benefit from a better diversified portfolio that we'll be able to invest in, because we'll have access to new capital markets where we can invest that in either uplifting the current portfolio or new opportunities that will come around. The Liberty property portfolio has produced double-digit returns, beating its benchmark of CPI plus 5% over almost 30 years. I don't know of many portfolios that's done that in the past. The new Liberty 2 degrees, that whole process is governed by the listing process. We'll be bringing out a PLS, pre-listing statement that will contain all this information, so investors will be able to see there what the profile of the properties are, what returns we are expecting from that portfolio, and also what the growth prospects will be. The pipeline is twofold. There are opportunities that we identified in South Africa, opportunities that we've been working on for a while, and those will be of the same iconic nature as our current portfolio. The other opportunities are opportunities in Africa. We understand Africa well. We've been working on the African continent for a number of years. We understand that you don't just jump in at boots and all. You have to be measured. You have to make sure that you understand the market, that you can service that customer base and what they want there. So we've been working on some opportunities in Africa. We will be trying to stick to our knitting of retail. That's what we know, that's what we understand, that's what our team has been managing for a long time. So we'll be looking at retail investment opportunities in Africa, and obviously there's also opportunities for large blue chip office tenancies, but they will stay with a value proposition of the Liberty 2 degrees, which is iconic, it's large, it's resilient. That's what we like, and that's what we will continue to offer. The institutional investors will be able to get access to it through the listing process. We'll be going on a roadshow prior to the listing. The listing is still subject to all the regulatory approvals being obtained, but we will have a normal roadshow as we would do to institutional investors in time. Retail customers can only get access to this prior to the listing through the Liberty policyholder process. So the Liberty policyholders will be offered an opportunity through their advisors and brokers to either switch from where they are currently are or to invest new money, and that will all happen through the Liberty advisor process. So the Liberty property portfolio is the current unlisted policy that customers are investing through. The Liberty real estate portfolio is the portfolio that they will be setting up, that will be holding the shares in the new listed entity. So it's the listed equivalent of the unlisted portfolio inside the Liberty portfolio offering. This will be the same management team that's been managing this portfolio for a number of years. We understand it well. There's no new teams that we need to, new people that are getting put together. It's the team that has managed these assets. They know retail, they love retail, and we look forward to bring this opportunity to the market.